If a Scotsman wants to prove to you that Scotland can be as modern as anywhere else, he'll probably bring you here, to Cumbernauld New Town. With its super city centre, it's a concrete fantasy, an architect's dream, a planner's delight, and the pride of its ultra-modern citizens. But for all their futuristic environment, the people who own houses in this town of tomorrow are shackled to the past. Like many other householders in Scotland, they have to pay feus, a feudal tax, a tax that goes back almost to the days of the dinosaur. And not only that, they are legally described as vassals. Now, you own this modern house here, do you?
Yes, I do, yes.
But you pay few duties?
I pay few duty, yes.
Now that makes you in law a vassal.
Yes, to a certain extent it does, yes.
Why to a certain extent? In law you really are a vassal.
Yes, in law I am a vassal. I have to pay my due duty like many other people round about me or throughout Scotland.
How do you feel about that?
I don't feel particularly happy about it.
Can you tell me how much you pay in few duty?
I pay £5 per annum.
What do you get for it?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all.
Your husband owns this house, does he?
Yes, he does.
And does that mean that he pays few duty?
Yes.
That makes him a vassal, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Now, you're an outsider. You come from Australia. What do you think about being married to a vassal?
I think it's rather ridiculous, actually. Having to pay for your land and then having to keep paying for your land is barbaric.
Does he get anything for his money?
No. It just goes to, I suppose, the corporation here.
The feus of Cumbernauld come here to the offices of the town's development corporation. But all over Scotland people pay feus. Originally, back in the mists of time, they used to go to feudal barons. Now, most of the money goes to modern landlords, like the Church of Scotland, which depends heavily on feus. Sometimes feus are small and easily collected. Sometimes they're not.
Well, in this house, I'm responsible for the few duty of 3 houses. The tenant next door, the one up the stairs, and my own. Now, I've got to collect these dues and pay them to some nameless, faceless creature I've never seen before. And I don't like this thing. It annoys me that I've got to do this sort of thing.
Do you get paid for doing it?
Of course not. This is I'm the local tax collector sort of thing, and I don't like it at all. It's I don't see why I should have to pay somebody's ancestors who long ago came up here with a huge big claymore, walloped some old shepherd over the head, and since then they've won the ground, and now I've got to pay the fees all the time for this ground. To me, it's ancient, medieval, and it shouldn't be these days at all.
The vassal gets nothing for his money, except if he's lucky, the freedom to do what he likes on the land which he's already bought anyway. But he may not be even that lucky. This vassal wanted to build a garage. He had to pay £1,000 to his superior for permission to do this. After the garage was built, he wanted to put some petrol pumps in front of it. The superior said that that would be different. The result? A garage with no petrol pumps, even though the town council have given planning permission, and a very frustrated vassal.
I think it's just ridiculous that we have to pay all this money for property that we own, and that someone just can hold you to ransom to pay this money because of this feudal thing that's on in Scotland. Well, here we are with a garage and we're not allowed to sell petrol. It's so blooming stupid. I don't see any sense in it at all.
The situation is feudal and it's absurd. All the main parties talk about reforming it, but so far the government has only managed to nibble at the edge of the problem, or, as one critic put it, to swipe it with a chicken feather. But things might be worse. It wasn't all that long ago that a vassal could be made to pay his few duties in kind, like, for example, by turning out for the Scots team against England at the Battle of Culloden. But there were less painful ways of paying. All kinds of currency were acceptable. You could pay in red roses, or with a brace of eels, or with gauntlets, or with silver spurs. And you could even, incredible though it may seem, pay with a swarm of bees.